with it.
Now, Alex, I want to fast forward because, it looks like you are not convinced that what the president talked about on Friday, gentlemen, is convincing enough to, move forward. From what I'm hearing, none of you is saying the decision to fill the positions of the chief administrative secretaries is suspended is a good move. None of you is saying the number of advisors in government to be reduced by 50% within the public service with immediate effect is a positive thing. You are not talking about these things that the president spoke about as austerity measures, the removing of the budget to the offices of the spouses. Churchill. This did not show any significance at all, as long as much as some legal advisors are saying, it does not have the mandate legally and constitutionally to
some of us who have lived in this country for long enough know, for example, that there was some recruitment by the Kenya Revenue Authority. Recruitment that was lopsided, was criticized all over the place. People went to court. The court nullified the appointments of those officers. They are on the job. We know. Have you seen the job positions advertised? No. So when we say there is lack of trust, the Gen Zs are unaware. They know their own friends who are still working under KRA, whose appointment were pronounced as illegal and procedural, and who are still on the job. That is the government we have in power. When the president says he will abolish the votes for office of the First Lady, Second Lady, and so on, people want to see action. What people are waiting for, what else is the president waiting for that stops him from reducing his cabinet, for example?
Is it necessary?
Yeah?
You feel that is the first action? It is necessary?
I mean, that's one of the grievances that Kenyans put on the table.
Okay.
And he himself has pronounced himself on it.
He said he will work on it shortly.
No, I mean, shortly, I have been in the civil society. And for 13 good years, since 2013, 11 good years, there is this law, NGO law called Public Benefit Organizations Act, that the government promised us for 11 years. It will be operationalized shortly. So we understand. We have a history with terminologies like shortly, soon, and so on and so forth. The president is not keen to budge. He's playing tough. And my worry is that as we continue to keep our military soldiers, out there, as we see all these tensions, even today, we had a protest at the Ministry of Health headquarters. Does the president and his government think that those things will just disappear? That he will keep the police, I see, armed to the teeth with rungus. I see civilians today, protecting their businesses, today with jackets written Linda. That is how militia started in countries like Rwanda. People start like that. People dressing civilians, accompanying police to protect their businesses. The stage is being set for the formation and coming up of private militias in the name of protecting business. When ideally, those people who are protecting their business should be telling the government, it is your responsibility to ensure that our businesses are safe, because they are taxpayers. So we are in a very precarious and fluid situation, which, in my view, we can, as he rightly put it, as Eric Okeyo said, we cannot tell what tomorrow will look like.
All right.
Because we still continue to hear about disappearances of people. As late as today, I was being told about, bodies being discovered, bullet-riddled, and so on. There are people who are still burying their own, and yet there are families whose loved ones have not been accounted for.
All right.
Weeks after, they disappeared. So how come we have degenerated that fast? The other day, our president was being gallanded in the United States of America by one of the most powerful leaders in this world. Kenya was honored with the respect of being, associated with
an ally
of NATO and so on. Then within weeks, things began to unravel in a speed that our leadership seems to have been caught, literally pants down. And they seem not to have appreciated the challenge before them. And in my view, as long as the president, takes too long to act, some of the things he said by now should have been acted. We have a president who said he did not campaign on this tribe and that.
Right.
He campaigned on issues.
Right.
So he should not be beholden to ethnic loyalties and should act without any regard, because he went direct to the people, as you said. He has pointed out that he visited Murang'a County 950 times. He had a direct touch with the people. He did not get the votes from Mount Kenya, for example, through a bridge.
All right.
As now, the deputy president wants to claim. More importantly, we are discussing these issues when there is internal strife within the government itself. The deputy, playing to his own gallery. As recently as yesterday, he blamed the Ministry of Interior. Now, when all these things happen, Kenyans have a reason to worry. And there is no certainty as to what tomorrow holds for the youngest and the oldest member of this Kenyan society.
Saying there is no certainty. Now,
no certainty.
Talking about coming from